Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my next project. This is not for me. This is for a client, and the client happens to be my mom. So we've had this table most of my life. So I would say at least 40 years. It has been all different kinds of colors. My mother used to paint this a lot when she said she would use it as therapy whenever she wanted to get something else, so she would paint it. So it has been painted tons and tons of times. I want to just show you how many times it's been painted. And this is a little chip. I don't think I'm gonna fill it, but I wanted to walk you through today to show you what my project is. For one, I'm going to be doing a new technique that is very new to me. It is the Patina by Dixie Belle, the Dixie Belle Patina. She wants the table in rust to kind of match her sofa, and it's going to be green and rust, so her walls are green, and her picture, this is a piece of art I did a while ago, but the picture is green and rusty bronze. So that's what I'm going to do. I do not have my stand because I had to lug all my stuff over here to do this project. So I'm not going to be able to walk you through today. Tomorrow is the patina. Today is just the washing down, the prepping, washing down, sanding, and 2 coats of the collard greens. That's the color by Dixie Belle, the collard greens chalk paint. Okay, so I'll be back to show you that. Okay, so I have sanded it with the electric sander and the sanding block. None of it. Yeah, 2% milk. Sorry, that was my mom making me some coffee. I'm on lunch. So now I have to wash it all down, and then it's ready for paint. Okay, so this is coat 1 of the Dixie Belle Collard Greens. So I'm going to do one more coat, and then I'm just going to let it thoroughly dry. Okay, so these are the products that I'm going to be using for this table. I have already put my green, collard green base on 2 coats and let it dry. It's the next day. So today I'm going to be doing 2 coats of the iron, and the first coat you put on and you let it dry. The second coat you put on, and while it's wet, you put on the patina spray to turn it the rust color. So I'll be showing you some parts of that. Okay, stay tuned. Okay guys, I have just finished putting on the patina in the color green over the iron patina paint. So it needs some time to activate. It's starting to activate. I started at this end. It's starting to activate. It is extremely warm in here. So what I had to do was, every time I kept trying to do a large part and then go back and put the patina on it, it was almost dry. So I had to kind of do it in sections because it's a pretty long table, and I'm dabbing it. So that's a tip. If it's warm in the house, when you're doing it, if you have a large piece, you might want to break it up and do smaller pieces. Put the patina paint on there, and then go back and dab the activator on it. What else would I tell you? Make sure you kind of clean up your drip marks, unless you want the drip marks. I don't necessarily want the drip marks, so make sure you go back and keep dabbing up, dabbing your drip marks and stuff like that. And you're gonna have to keep, I went back over it and just made sure that I didn't miss any of the gray paint. And I'm gonna let this sit for about maybe till tomorrow. I know, because it's definitely not dry. It's still activating. So I'm gonna let it sit till tomorrow, and then I'll come back and sand it, wipe it down. Not sand it with sanding paper, sand it with like quadruple zero steel wool, sand it, and then wipe that all down, and then I'll put some gator hide on it. So I'll be back. Okay, so you just take the 40 steel wool and you just knock it back very lightly. It's not like you're trying to sand it. You're just kind of like knocking it back a little bit to get rid of some of the high points. So that's what I'm doing. After that, I'm going to wet it and wipe it down, and then I'm going to seal it. So I'll be back for that. Okay, so what I have done now is I sanded it. Then I took a cloth and just wiped off all the excess dust that was all on it, from the sanding. And then I took a just plain, this is just water, plain clear water, and a rag, and I wiped it all down. And then I went back on the green part with a cleaner rag just to make sure it wasn't no smudges. I'm sorry, it's getting blurry. Okay, just to make sure it wasn't any smudges on it. So right now I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'm gonna seal it with Gator hide. Okay. Okay guys, this is how I am attempting to fix whatever happened to the table. So I finished it, I sanded, I wiped it down with water, it was perfect. And then I took the Gator hide that I had, and I thought I shook it up well, and I put it on there, and as I was putting it on there, it was turning it white. And as you can see, the pictures that I'll insert later are the pictures of it turning white. So this is my attempt to try and fix all of the white spots. Now let me show you some of the white spots. This is one. And the reason why I know it was the Gator hide is because it was long streaks, like the stroke that I was using, the long stroke, it was all the way down. You can even see it here, how it was going across all the way down. So I had to try and fix it. So what I did was I just reapplied. That was the only thing that I could think of. I tried sanding it with paper to see if that would, with brown paper bag, to see if that would. I took my little worn down sander and sanded it. Still wasn't doing anything. So what I'm deciding to do is, was to just reapply it and hope for the best. At first it wasn't even turning orange. So I was really, really scared. Now I think it's just going to be too much going on it. But I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to let it dry overnight and reevaluate in the morning. Maybe I will, well, I mean, I know what I'll do is if it don't work, I will get my sander and sand everything down and start over or start with something else. So it's no big deal, but you hate to spend that much money on products. You hate to spend the time on something and you get all the way to the end and then something goes wrong like that. So, that's where I'm at right now. So I'll be back to show you how this comes out tomorrow. All right, bye. Okay, so I'm finally finished. And let me just tell you what happened yet again. So I did all of the other painting and stuff and let it dry, sanded it and everything else, and then went back with some fresh Gator hide, and it did the same exact thing. It started with these little streaks in it. I don't know if it's the room is too hot and it's drying too fast or what it is. But anyway, so this is what I finally came up with after I sanded it. It's smooth. Oh, and so what I had to do was I just let it dry and dry and dry. And then I just went with my old faithful polyacrylic in a clear matte finish. So I just did 2 coats of and the polyacrylic was turning white also, so I really believe it's the temperature in the room. So anyway, so this is the finished product of my Patina paint, my first project. And thanks for watching.